the snow ages, it gets almost as hard as concrete. Stepping on that kind of surface can be tempting. Would it break under you or not? A stroll on it feels like a stroll on some ancient beach where petrified footprints are all that is left from those who were there before you. There, on the stone-hard snow, it was. It had no arms or legs, only a pale hairless body. It was a very simple-looking creature, something like a virus under the microscope. But unlike viruses, this creature had a pair of eyes. Kacham! Just like some eel, this creature was capable to give electric shocks. What first had looked like a harmless pet then turned into a terrifying little beast. Yet the electric shock wasn't just a bad thing. Just a moment after the shock, there was words, then random sentences, and finally a flow of real intelligence. The creature was able to talk without speaking. It introduced itself as Aha. Aha was born or materialized, as they described that in its home world, under very different stars from ours. It occurred that Aha didn't like to be touched. In Aha's home world, touching was followed by eating. Then again, as Aha explained, eating was a very sacred ritual where the whole community held the dying creature to become as part of the great recyclement. Although this all sounded fascinating, it also gave me creeps. This being was a cannibal. There was no reason for fear, Aha promised. It could eat only another creature like itself or oxygen. Now Aha wasn't hungry. It was just interested in our life. Aha had made a long journey to see it. I understand nothing is free on this planet. At first I wish to find a decent job to earn money, Aha said. From the job center, Aha was sent straight to the immigration office. The guy behind the desk, looked down to Aha, asked 7,004 different questions and promised to do something. From his mind, Aha read that he was a man of his words. He wrote a long document of Aha. Then he went to take silly copies of his body parts. Aha needed desperately a working place, but since its case was still open at the immigration office, the situation was tough. Nothing honest was offered to this little alien. Aha was a master in only one thing. I'm pretty good in tail wagging, but in your home world that kind of profession doesn't seem to exist at all. Maybe the church could help. Aha loved the church, from colorful windows to its high ceiling with painted stars. Under those stars stood the priest, who opened his arms for Aha and yelled, "Come, my child, let's go to cover that shivering body of yours. You must be freezing." The priest took Aha to meet the charity workers, who tried to dress Aha into human clothes. But for Aha, sleeves, zippers, and buttons were useless. They were meant for somebody with arms and legs. Finally, the charity workers decided to give Aha some rest. Aha wasn't tired, but the charity workers thought it would be better to have this creature covered with a blanket than let it buzz around without any clothes. A group of media people passed by the creature's bedroom. Among them was Miss Interviewer, who was astonished by this strange little being. She wanted Aha to her talk show. "Do you like our planet?" Miss Interviewer asked, while Aha was taken to a fine restaurant. "I get mixed thoughts from you. Is this some kind of foreplay?" Miss Interviewer giggled and dragged Aha to the studio. "Is it true that you wish to meet our leader?" "No, it is not true. Besides, you don't have just one leader on this planet," Aha replied. "Amazing! You can really read my mind. Is there more aliens coming to our planet?" "It's a quite long and rocky journey," the interviewer cut off in the middle of Aha's sentence. "It didn't stop you. Besides, your family must miss you already." "Everybody on my home planet belongs to my family. But I must correct you. Nobody misses me, because missing somebody is considered a sin in my home world. Aha was amused by the interview. Nothing like that had occurred to it before. In the end of the show, this little being was nominated as the Alien of the Year. For a moment everything was almost perfect. When Aha left the studio, it hoped that it could soon have a legal permission to live its life on this planet. Many people had seen Aha on the talk show. While they saw Aha on the street, a lot was on their minds. Some thought how curious this creature looked, like a kidney or something. Some others wondered if Aha was a liar and actually enjoyed eating human children for breakfast and elder people for dinner. Aha was a little surprised, because these same people seemed to like this idea of getting rid of their parents and grandparents. There was also a group of young men who spent their days driving around. Their leader, the Fist, was a very emotional guy. On that day he was very angry because he had no job and his socks smelled revolting. Unlike Aha, the Fist had been unemployed for months. He couldn't afford a girlfriend any longer and everything was going wrong in his life. Therefore, when he saw Aha, he decided to do something radical and drove over the poor alien. It wasn't the end of Aha. However, on that moment this being noticed how full its memory banks were. Aha had gathered so much of information from the Earth that it couldn't stay a moment longer on our planet. The little alien praised loudly our hospitality and went back to its spaceship. When the ship began to rise, somebody threw a shoe after it. The creature felt slightly sad. If its spaceship would have been even a bit bigger, I had packed the shoe with other treasures on board. Next time, Aha promised itself, it would be wiser and travel with a bigger spaceship. If its spaceship would have been even a bit bigger, I had packed the shoe with other preachers. Kyllä, hänellä on preachers on the board. I had gathered so much of information. Mikä on information? Ei mikään. I had gathered so much of information. The Fist had been unemployed for months. He couldn't afford a girlfriend any longer and the little alien praised loudly our hospitality and went back to its spaceship. I'm Sir Canary. You see, I have a little hobby. This is my apple tree, and here is my orange tree. I have a slight problem. This is about 2 months old. And you probably can't see it, but there is little bugs running around already. This is going away. If you have a answer how to fix this plum problem, let me know. Thank you and bye.